Well, I'm glad you made it to part 2. This is great. Welcome. We're going to really dig into it today, and we're going to talk about where we left off in the other video. Was if you've ever tried to do something and accomplish something in the past but you failed, listen up. Let me give you an example. Let's say you tried to join a gym but then you ended up quitting, or maybe you started a diet and stopped. So you began working out but that faded away. What else? I tried giving up coffee or drinking alcohol or junk food, but you ended up going back to it anyway. Maybe you wanted to become more positive, but you reverted back to that old crabby, whiny self that you used to be. So we want to talk about, why do people fail? Why is it so hard? Why is it so easy to give up? We start something and we stop. No big deal, right? We've been doing it forever. Wait till you learn about the scientific reason for that, and it's fixable. Let me give you an example. Every year, 700,000 people die from preventable illnesses, and millions more suffer from illnesses that are preventable. The solution is pretty simple. We call it the I Choose Fitness method, where you just got to move more, eat better, and have a positive mindset. When you do that, your health will improve, always. When we do that, if we had enough people doing that, we would eliminate that fact that 700,000 are dying from illnesses that are preventable every year. So let's look at it. We want to roll this out, and this is going to save over 250,000 lives over the next 5 years. Here's why. If you take a look at what's going on, it's so easy to give up because you have a broken thingy. And we're going to show you what that broken thingy is and how to fix the broken thingy. Alright? So let's dissect the brain a little bit. Let's dig in here. Let's see what's happening inside the brain. All learning, all behavior, and all change is subconscious. It's not in your conscious mind. All learning, all behavior, and all change is subconscious. So we want to dig in and see what's going on between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Like we said, you've got a broken thingy, and the thingy is the layer that's between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. We want to look at that. That layer is what's broken. It doesn't allow information to pass through it. So the conscious mind is responsible for 10% of the things that you accomplish. Okay? The subconscious mind is responsible for 90% of the things that you accomplish. So that sounds like it's a little bit more important than the conscious mind. But the parts of the brain are different. I mean, if you look at the conscious mind being responsible for 10 and the subconscious mind being responsible for 20, there's a layer between the two that keeps the conscious mind from helping the subconscious mind. That's what we call your thingy. See, they're different, like we said. The conscious mind is responsible for only 4 things: willpower, short-term memory, logical thinking, and critical thinking. That's what the conscious mind does. Right now, as you're watching this video, you're probably using a little bit of logical thinking, like, this makes sense. I like this. I can refer back to things I've learned in my past, and this does make sense. That's your logical thinking. Critical thinking would be if I told you to solve a problem, and you got to take the data coming in and solve the problem. Short-term memory is what's happening within, the last 24 hours, let's say. That's short-term memory. And willpower is something that you kind of turn on thinking that's going to be the solution to your problems. But that's the conscious mind. Remember, that's only responsible for 10% of your accomplishments. Let's look at the subconscious mind. That's made up of all your beliefs, your emotions, your habits, your protective reactions, your long-term memory, your imagination, your intuition, your values. There's some important stuff going on there in your subconscious mind, and that's running your life. Your beliefs are subconscious, your emotions are subconscious, your habits are subconscious. So let's say we were going to set one of those goals we talked about earlier, losing weight, right? Maybe that's a lot of people's goal, right? We want to lose weight, we want to get rid of that obesity factor. Most people think they're going to do it by using willpower. That's a secret. It's not. It's by creating healthy habits, and those habits will last forever. So let's talk about why that doesn't happen now. So when we set out to do something, there's a layer between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. We call it the thingy. I believe the actual name for it is the, I'm going to call it the thingy because I always forget what the name of it is. It'll come to me while I'm talking, so as soon as I hear it, I'll scream it out to you, okay? But the thingy is the space between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. It's a layer. And that layer either is allowing information and feeding the information from the subconscious to the subconscious from the conscious. But if your thingy is broken, it's not doing its job. It's not feeding the information to the subconscious mind. It's almost blocking it, And we've got to fix that. we've got to get that out of the way. So this way, when your short-term memory sets a goal, like that's a goal setter, is on your left side of your brain, the conscious side of your brain, and the other side of your brain is the goal hitter. So if you keep setting goals but not hitting them, it's because you're not encouraging the right side of the subconscious part of the brain to come in and join in on the fun. And maybe you're not doing that because your thingy's broken. It's called the critical barrier. I told you it would pop in my head. So your critical barrier, your thingy, we're going to call that, is not allowing the information. Let's say you set a short-term goal inside your conscious mind. Logically, it makes sense, and critically, you could lay out a game plan to do it, but you're not using the tools in the subconscious mind, your beliefs, your emotions, your habits, your values, imagination, intuition. All of that has to come into play to make this a lasting change. And so what we want to do is we want to show you how to fix that thingy. Let's get that out of here, okay? Let's make it real thin so the information flows right through it. You know, that it's not being blocked and stopped from going to the subconscious mind where it's going to do the most help. Okay, so let's see, how do we fix that thingy? Well, we want the two to come together and start working together. We want your willpower then to call out to your belief system and say, hey, you know what, I know we could do this. We've done things like this in the past. We're going to do something every morning. When I get up in the morning, I'm going to have my workout clothes right there. I'm not even going to get up, and I'm not going to go to the kitchen. I'm not going to do anything except put my workout clothes on, and I'm ready to go. So maybe that's the habit that you're going to create. As soon as you pop up in the morning, you can say, I choose fitness, and off you go. And that becomes part of your values. Maybe you look at your kids and say, you know what, I don't want them to watch me suffer. I don't want to be obese. I don't want to die too soon. I want to be around for them. I value my family. I value these things. And you use those values to keep driving you forward in your new goal. You see how that works? With them working together, your conscious mind is actually supporting your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is loaded with some beliefs that are going to change. Now, that's really important to understand. When you start making some changes, your beliefs are going to change. Your beliefs are going to go from, God, I hope this works. God, I hope this works. I think this is going to work. This time's going to be different. I'm going to do it this time. Then your emotions follow, and you get excited, and you start walking with a little bit of swagger, and now your emotions are involved. You haven't lost a pound yet, but all of a sudden your subconscious mind starts lining up to success. And that's creating habits, because your clothes are there in the morning, and you get up, you start working out or walking. Just move more, eat better, and have a positive mindset. You don't have to go and conquer a CrossFit setting or anything like that. And what that does is it creates these lasting habits, and these lasting habits follow you through life. Your conscious mind is now supporting your subconscious mind. Sometimes you can feel them fighting. Now they're not going to fight. They're going to support. Your logical thinking is going to go, hey, if I do this, this, and this, I'll hit my goal faster. So some of the things you want to think about is, let's start out by giving you the empowerment you need to succeed. So you're going to gain this empowerment. The way you do that is you have to first decide, am I living by cause? Am I living by effect? And if you're living by cause, that means you are responsible. You're claiming responsibility for all the results in your life. That's a hard thing to do, but you know what? It's the only way to be uber successful, is live by cause. Everything that's happening and happened to you is your fault. Good, bad, and indifferent. And if you can accept that, you start to take responsibility. Like, yeah, I can see how I manifested that, or I created that, or I called that upon myself, or I created the magnetism that drew that towards me. That's the cause, good and bad. Living in the effect, I was caught living in the effect side of life for a really long time. I have reasons why I didn't succeed or hit my goals. I have excuses why I didn't succeed or hit my goals. I want to blame people around me. You want to blame children or wife or schedule or partners or whoever. You want to blame other people for your lack of success. That's living by effect. Oh, well, you don't know what happened to me. Oh, COVID-19 came and wiped out my business. Wah! That's living by effect. Cause. You brought on everything yourself. You didn't pivot when you knew you should have pivoted. Things like that. So that's where we're going to give you your empowerment. We're going to teach you how to live by cause. And once you're saying, okay, I'm going to live by cause, I am responsibility for all the results in my life, I'm ready to go. Okay? No more reasons, excuses, and blame into the mix. I am responsible for everything that happens. So the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, here's how you make them work. Okay? The first thing you want to do is state your intention. And we're going to do this over and over again. This is what we do. This is what the I Choose Fitness movement is all about. Let's start with this one that's important to you. You really want to hit. I don't care how big or small it is. State your intention. My intention is I want to I want to drop 20 pounds. My intention is I want to have more energy. My intention is I want to play with my grandkids without getting tired. Whatever your intention is, state it. That's what you want. That's your goal. My intention is, I'm going to just make one up. My intention is to lose 20 pounds. Okay? So there's your intention. Now what you need, and here's some big missing factors, number 2 is daily connections. You've set your intention, but you need things to feed that goal and keep that goal in the forefront of your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind continues to feed solutions to that problem. And the problem is, you're going to lose 20 pounds. I'm 20 pounds lighter. That's my intention. I now weigh whatever it may be. I now weigh 165, when in reality you might be starting at 185. So your daily connections are, what do I need to do each day? We send out texts, we send out emails, we'll send out even dial up some calls, we'll have meetings, we'll have our online community for you to daily connect with. And when you do, you're keeping your intention on the forefront of your subconscious mind, and miracles will happen. The third thing is daily motivation. And if you're not telling people what you're doing, you're going to lose some motivation because you're keeping it to yourself and you're not celebrating your little wins along the way. Like, man, here's a little win. I was getting crabby and cranky and agity, and I went running into the kitchen. I opened up the cupboard where the junk food is, and I looked. I said, what am I doing here? And I closed the junk food cupboard, and I went over to the refrigerator, and I grabbed a couple veggies and a couple fruits, and I walked away. You know what? That's a win. Man, I'm excited. Let me get motivated by that. Let me share that with other people. Let me tell people what I've done. I am proud of that. That's a big win, because what you're doing is you're pushing away the old habits, which makes them weaker and weaker and weaker until eventually they're gone, and you're replacing them with good positive habits. So you need daily motivation. I've never seen anybody accomplish anything great without the help of other people, ever. And if you look at some of the greatest programs in the history of this planet and the history of the human race, it includes the help of other people, even if it's just encouragement. So we want to make sure you have plenty of daily motivation to stay on focus. So you're going to state your intention, you're going to connect daily, use your daily connections, and some of them we're just going to trip on you that way, and others, and then you want some daily motivation where you celebrate your wins. And if you're challenged, share that too. People will help you through that. And what that's going to do is, number 4, it's going to create lasting new habits. And it takes, scientists say it takes about 66 days to create a habit that lasts forever. You'll see this habit begin probably within 7 days. It'll start to work on its own. By the end of your first month, by the end of 30 days, man, you are confident this is heading in the right direction. By the end of 66 days, it's part of who you are forever. So if you use this to lose weight, phenomenal. And at the end of the 66 days there, that's part of you. Go tackle another one. Maybe now you want to be more positive. So you do the same thing. State your intentions. Hit your daily connections. Tap into your daily motivations, and then you're going to have lasting habits again. And by the end of the year, if you just keep doing this, you're creating so many good things, you're not even going to recognize your life. The abundance that's going to flow your way because you fix the things that are blocking it. The abundance of happiness, energy, self-esteem, things that are lacking right now are going to be gone and eliminated because of these things. Maybe you're doing some things for work and you want to set your intention for work goals, and you got your daily connections, your daily motivation, lasting habits that you do on a daily basis to hit those goals, and all of a sudden you're making more money than you've ever made. This stuff works because it fixes the broken thingy, remember? So you're going to be asking yourself, man, why is it so hard to give up? I actually, right now, I live where I have to be careful what I say yes to, because I can't give up. I get in there, I'm like, man, I gotta do this all the way through. And sometimes it's not, maybe you started a book and it was a horrible book, but you feel compelled, I gotta finish it, because I've developed a habit of not giving up. And so now I'm just careful on what I say yes to, because I could tell you some stories of things I've said yes to that, man, I'm down this rabbit hole, I'm doing stuff that I really didn't want to do, but I said yes. So once you fix your thingy, it's going to be really, really hard to give up, and that's going to take you a long way in life. So that's what we want to focus on. What you can do now is you want to jump into the I Choose Fitness Challenge. You want to become part of this. You want to set your first intention. We'll work on it together. We'll show you how to conquer that. Within 7 days, you'll know you're on the right track. By the end of the first month, man, you've already accomplished it. Now we got to embed it in there so it lasts forever, and that's what happens over the next 36 days. So click the link below this. Find the link on this page, video, where I'm not sure where you're watching this, but look underneath here. We're going to try and put links all around this. Click it. Sign yourself up for the I Choose Fitness Challenge. It's just $1 to get started. Get in there. Sign up for $1. Check it all out. Make sure you're comfortable with it. You got a full 7 days to see if this is a fit or not. If it is, continue forward. If it's not, we part friends. But I promise you one thing, even if you just jump in there and try it for 7 days, we're going to do damage to your thingy, man. We're going to make that thing stop blocking stuff that shouldn't be blocking. You'll see that too. So worst case scenario is your thingy will be better than it was when you started. Find that link below, click it. My name is Bob Sisk on behalf of the team over here at I Choose Fitness. Can't wait to see you on the other side.